what up, people? Welcome to Riding on Ruby. Well, last night I watched a video from Recycled Hooligan, and he was doing something about, gas station. So yesterday I'm coming home from work, and don't know if you could see that right there, but on the gas light is on, and on the bottom of the screen it says LF33. So that stands for low fuel, and usually where the LF is, that's the gear, tells you what gear you're in, and where the 33 is, it tells you the RPMs. But when that comes on, that's all you see. So I'm gonna go get gas, and I'm gonna record it for Hooligan. And then on the way in, I'll explain what's going on with that stupid low fuel counter. So right now, the leaves are, coming down a little bit. The trees are starting to change color. But leaves on the ground aren't really an issue right now, unless they're wet, and you only need a couple of them on the ground if they're wet. But right now the main issue is all the acorns and the black walnuts, all of those things where they fall down. You go down some of these roads and it's like you're riding through a bunch of marbles. So I got the shield up a little bit still. So I'm gonna go pop in a quick 10 bucks. I put in an ounce of stabilizer in the tank. I use a stable stabilizer. And it says, you put in like an ounce for, I don't know, up to 2.5 gallons. So this fuel low light comes on at, hold on, neutral. The low light comes on, let's go up a little bit more, at 0.8 of a gallon. Alright, so here's the prices. $4.23 for the high test, which is 93. That's all I put in Ruby. Now when Hooligan goes to get gas, he's probably not wearing a pumpkin on his head, and I definitely want to see that. I mean, Amazon.com has millions of them. Pikachu, anything you want. Hey, how you doing? I'm the Great Pumpkin. 10 bucks on pump 6. Yes, please, thank you. Hopefully you'll take it. Alright. I'm the Great Pumpkin, he said. I always squeeze out a little bit of the gas. Oh crap, I got a little bit there. Hold on. Guess I didn't squeeze it all out. I got to get a guard for down here because apparently the zippers on my
I like your helmet cover.
was it?
Cool. I like
Yeah,
it.
thanks. Wow, it's not even gonna come close to filling it. Well, that was it. Well, it's pretty close. It probably could have took like another $2. So that was 2.359 gallons for $10. Okay, it's on there. Alright, hopefully the trip counter will come back up now. $110 miles. But the last time I filled up, I didn't fill up. I just popped in like this time. Alright, see, now you can see the RPMs, and when you get going, it'll show the gear on the left. Alright people, hopefully this GoPro's at a good angle. Hopefully it's still recording. I know the mic's plugged in. Usually I have pretty good, you know, luck with this helmet and the open face one because I don't really play around with it. So this mic's like always in there, but sometimes I forget to plug in the mic adapter into the GoPro. Been there, done that. It's a nice day. It's about 64, beautiful. But yesterday when I took the bike, I only had on the mesh coat over a long sleeve, and it was pretty chilly on the way in. So this time I threw on a little vest shirt. I'll take the coat off when I get on my bus. Alright, let's rock and roll, people. See, could you see that? It says 5th gear right now. Man, what are we gonna get? All the darn red lights again? We got Charlie on the back, riding shotgun. Alright, come on, let's go. the deal with this little counter thing is people have written to Harley. They don't have a really good answer. I've been on numerous Harley Davidson forums just specifically for this model. Well, the street models. And so the light comes on and it starts just counting. Now, some people said it's kilometers, but I mean, you go 25, 30 feet and it says 2, so that ain't no 2 kilometers. And it's not miles, it's not tenths of a mile, it's just a counter, you know. I don't know if it's like a lap counter, you know, that's on like your phone, you know, like if you're gonna run a race or whatever, you know, something like that. But when I first got the bike, and well, they delivered it the first week in October of 2020. And when I was looking at it and bought it and paid for it and all that, they said, oh yeah, we're gonna, you know, make sure you have a full tank of gas. All right, well, it's supposed to be go ahead, it's supposed to be a 3.5 gallon tank. Well, I never checked it because, you know, I took their word for it. You know, we spent 10 grand, you know, I think they're gonna give me some gas. So I rode her for maybe a couple of times to work, which was at a different company. So it was about maybe like 5 miles further. And I get like 3/4 of the way there, and all of a sudden the gas light comes on. And that's the first time, you know, like I said, probably the 3rd time I was actually riding the bike. And I'm like, oh no, I'm starting to freak out. I'm like, well, what does that mean, you know? And then there's like, oh, what's this thing ticking away, you know? I'm like, it's going like 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, well, what is that? So nothing I could really do was just, you know, finish going to work and come home, especially the area that I was working at. There wasn't really any gas stations around, so it was just as easy just to go home and go to the gas station I just went to. So I'm coming, you know, home, and the thing's counting up, and when I'm getting closer I'm getting to the gas station, the more nervous I'm getting, you know, because it doesn't have a reserve tank. And at the time I didn't read up on it to see where it said that it comes on at 0.8 of a gallon. So I mean, that's almost a full gallon, so you should have at least 50 miles. So anyways, you know, I was almost crapping my pants, but I made it to the gas station, and that counter was on 130. That's the number when I got there. So apparently if any time that happens and your light comes on, like, oh, you forgot to get gas, or maybe you didn't have money to get gas, and you figure, oh, chance that I should make it wherever I'm going or something. Then you look down and you're like, well, I know last time this happened, I went 130 on that counter without running out of gas, so at least it gives you an idea of maybe, you know, how safe you might be. You know, how far you could go or whatever. And of course, you know, your riding style could be different, you know. You might be jumping on it a little bit more. So if it was like 130, all right, let's just figure, you know, 120, you're safe to get there. Or even just 100, you know. Once that gets up to 100, then you start getting concerned, you know. It's only supposed to be, I think, like mid 60s today, but tomorrow it's supposed to be all sunny. and it's supposed to be like 77, so that's almost 80, and that's nice for October here in Connecticut. So I'm probably only gonna do the video just this 15-minute ride into work. You know, I don't like doing long ones because according to the analysts, people only watch for about 3 or 4 minutes, so no sense in making a big one and having a bunch of segments I gotta like load into the iPad and all this stuff. So I'll just keep it short and sweet. Just a little hats off to Hooligan, showing my little gas station stop. And I probably won't put it up tonight because I think Motobomb has one coming out, and it's Wednesday, so usually Shade Tree has one too. So I don't know, I'll just take my time. I probably got to clean out all the old ones anyways, videos from the past, to get it in there. Alright people, I might do on the way home, I don't know, we'll see, but if not, don't forget, hit the like, subscribe, hit the ding-a-ling bell, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out, people.